countless websites, one after the other, says Madison, Mississippi is the #1 place to live. And it's not #1, you know, it's number 2, 3, 4 on a lot of these. But why is it #1? Nobody's really showing you, taking you out. So we're gonna actually get out in this video and show you why Madison, Mississippi is the #1 spot to live. Not just in the Jackson Metro, but in the entire...
Hold on, Jared, hold on. It is a great place to live. I actually live here, but there are some things you need to be aware of that you're not hearing from anybody else or seeing online.
I know one of the reasons that people love living here in Madison are the beautiful parks that you have, like this one that we're at right now.
Strawberry Park this is.
And we're on the walking trail here. It doesn't seem like a mile trail could fit in this park, but it's
interwinding.
You can see over there, it just winds around on the other side of this little... Is this a lake?
I would call this a pond.
I guess. I think it's a pond, but you got some nice little stuff back there, the fountain, the playground up there where I made Charles run through the obstacle course earlier.
Hope I don't bust my...
You can do it.
I can do this. I can do it.
You got this.
I can do it.
It's like an obstacle course.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I got it, baby.
It's like American Ninja Warrior, but way easier.
You got the swing set.
Just to get ready with all that, some swings, and...
What is that thing?
Some wildlife. What is what?
That thing.
I don't know.
It's kind of like a messed up monkey bars.
It's like a monkey bars. I don't know if you know what that is, put that down in the comments. Let us know what that is. But you got that here, you got the geese, you got the ducks running around.
They get really close to you, but they don't let you pet them.
That's true.
And you're not supposed to feed them.
Pro tip though, if you do come here to Strawberry Park, just watch your step. These geese just kind of do what they want. It's nice and shaded too. But this isn't the only park. The other big one that you've got is Liberty Park.
Liberty Park, yep. Close to the ball fields and the police department.
And that one is a lot bigger than this one is here.
A lot more to do for the kids,
but,
for sure.
You got a big playground over there. They got a neat little playground spot that's kind of, you know, for all abilities, you know, different ability level kids, you know, so you can take them out there. Any kid's got something they can do there. And then you got all the ball fields and everything else over there at that park. So,
right.
Huge park over there at Liberty Park. So whatever you want. You want the more peaceful, quiet setting in the shade. You got that here. You want to get out and really do more?
I would say over here is probably a little more peaceful. Yeah. Just because there's less for the kids to do, so you got the smaller kids here usually more often, and stuff. And then over at the Liberty Park one, you got that cool, I'm gonna call it some kind of zip line thing for the kids.
I've done that somewhere back in the archive. I have a video of me doing that.
You actually got on it?
I did.
Oh my!
It held me up too. So I'm a big guy. And see, not just kids of all abilities, maybe adults as well.
That's right.
Now at this point, we've helped quite a few of y'all actually make the move here to the Jackson area, not just Madison, but you know, regardless of where they're moving, the #1 question we get asked by probably everybody:
what is the safest area?
That's right. Where is it safe? You know, where's the low crime? Where are they just really tough on crime? And if you look at the stats, I mean, Madison is going to fit that description. You can look too. I'll put some stats below, but check out the graph. You know, you see the U.S. average up top, the Mississippi average below that, and way down at the bottom,
it's Madison.
There's the Madison average. But you know, there might be something you want to be aware of on that too.
That's right. Not only are they tough on violent crime, they're also tough on the little things like speeding. While we're here, I'm going to have to actually go in there and pay one because I got caught and now I'm paying a speeding ticket. But hey, that's what happens when you have a heavy foot, right? But I got a quick story, right? While I had him pull over, he asked me if I'd been drinking that day, and I was kind of gave him a funny look like, what do you mean? Yeah, I just got through drinking my Coke Zero, because that's literally what I was doing when I got the ticket. And he's like, no, sir, what about that vodka bottle in your passenger seat laying there? I was like, what? And so, kind of backstory here, during COVID, Cat Head Vodka, the distillery here that does vodka, was actually doing hand sanitizer, and they put it in their vodka bottle. Well, I had it upside down so you couldn't see the sticker. So when he did that, I was like, what are you talking about? I grabbed it, put it up, and said, man, that's from COVID. And we kind of laughed it off and stuff. He really thought I was drinking.
He still got the ticket, though. And here's the most important note. If you are looking to make a move here to Madison or anywhere in the Jackson metro area, you got to reach out to us.
That's right. You got to give us a call, shoot us a text, or an email.
Break out that megaphone.
You know, whatever it takes, get in touch with us. We take care of you on your move. And if Charles would have asked me, I knew this because my wife used to work right there. I'll tell you where they sit, you know, the hot spots. If you're going to be living close, be like, don't speed through this spot.
That was on Old Canton Road, actually, by the airport.
Extra stuff you won't get anywhere else.
By the airport. I drive that road all the time. That's the first time they've been sitting there.
They're there all the time. I don't know
I will say this, it's funny. He said, Mr. Lacey, when you see a big sign that says 35 miles per hour, slow down.
Yeah.
I was on the phone, I was talking to people, I was drinking my Coke Zero.
All things maybe don't do while you're driving. Now, another great thing about living here in Madison is that you pretty much have just about everything you need.
That's correct. You got your Sam's Club, you got your big movie theater right here. You got your Dick's Sporting Goods, your Marshalls, all that right here. Pretty much your essentials, everything you would need. You don't really need to leave the area.
Yeah, everything's right here. And the Malco Theater, right here behind us, it's one of the nice ones in there. They got the IMAX screen in there too.
They do have the IMAX screen. We recently went in there and watched Super Mario Brothers, and my 9-year-old said, I don't want it to be that loud again. So we went back and watched Guardians of the Galaxy on the regular screen.
IMAX is the best. I don't know. Yeah, 9
He's
years
doing
old,
this.
You just can't appreciate it yet, I guess. I don't know, it is loud though. But they're all loud. I don't know, but you got that here. You got pretty much everything you need. Now, as somebody who lives here in Madison, do you find yourself eating and staying in Madison a lot though, or is there, I mean, what do you do?
I normally go into Ridgeland to eat, or into Jackson to eat actually. A lot of the restaurants I like are in those areas. So I do leave the city to go do a lot of my eating.
I think you got like more fine dining options out. Not to say there's not any here, because you definitely have a few.
You got Half Shell Oyster House, which is right there on Main Street, you know, where the big arch is. For the
You got that.
Can't miss that.
Yeah, we've been there before in other videos. And then you got some other stuff here. You got a lot of your casual dining.
Yes, casual, Longhorn, Applebee's, Chipotle's actually, we believe it's coming right here across the street.
I think it's over there across the street here from the movie theater. I think that's going to be Chipotle.
It does look different, but hey, let's be honest. Almost everything in Madison, when it comes to what you normally are seeing, looks totally different.
And that's another point I want to make here, is that in Madison, and I think some people like this, some people think it's a little over the top, I don't know. But Madison is really serious about their appearance, so it's a beautiful city in the fact that they put a lot of effort into maintaining that look.
Yes.
And as you see here, just look around. I mean, when have you ever seen a Raising Cane's that look like this?
Zaxby's.
Or a Zaxby's or a Taco Bell that look like this one here. You know, this is what they do. But even their cell towers, we've talked about this on their other videos. You may not even notice their cell towers, but they may look like a tree. They may look like some kind of a monument. You know, that's what you got. So they put a lot of effort here into giving you a city to live in that not only has what you need, but also looks nice while you're here.
That is correct. And they're actually going in on what I like to call the older side of Madison, off of Highway 51. And they're starting to redo some things there to bring it up to that par, because it used to not be like that.
That's true. And even there, I feel like you'll see Madison has modernized a little bit. If you look at the new stuff, it's still what I call kind of looks fancy.
Yes.
You know? But they have toned it down a little bit, because if you look at the old Kroger over there on 51,
it's
or
the Taj Mahal.
yeah, we call it like the Taj Mahal Kroger, because it is. I mean, they went all out with that thing over there. Now that back there behind us
is Madison Central, home of the Jaguars.
Yeah, Madison Central. I can't talk. Madison Central High School is, according to niche.com.
Niche or niche?
Niche. Anyway, niche.com, the #1 rated public high school
in the whole Jackson Metro.
In the whole Jackson Metro, and the school district, Madison County School District, is
#2.
#2, second to Clinton, in case you were wondering, according to, again, niche.com. So, obviously, if you have kids going to school, that's important to you. But even if you don't, you know, if you're buying a home or property, anything, that's important to your property values, to make sure that you're in an area that does have a well-rated school district that people want to be in. And you have that here in Madison. And if you don't like the public options, you do have several private school options as well here in the Madison area. I will say, unless there's one that I don't know of, they are all religiously affiliated, which you may like, you may not. I'm just letting you know what's out there.
I believe that's correct.
But yeah, they're all Christian private schools that they have here in Madison if you want the private route. But there you go. You do have, whichever way you want to go, a lot of public and private great school options here in Madison. Now, since we mentioned the arch, over here by the arch, which is right along that road over there.
The main street.
And that's where the Half Shell Oyster House is too. You've got
the Villages of Madison.
Yeah, Villages of Madison. Not just new commercial developments here in Madison. You've also got residential stuff too here. And I'll say this is, it may not really be a new concept for the area, but
we're seeing more of it.
It hadn't been really widespread. You've had a couple little spots here and there, but you've got this here. This is the first one really in Madison.
Yes.
Like this, you've got a new one come up in Flowood. You've got the township. It's been originally for years, but I will say these here, it's kind of a, you don't get, yard space. You're not getting a yard.
Well, you're not getting a yard whatsoever. I mean, look, here's the front yard of that house right there.
So not a lot of yard space, not a lot in between the houses.
So if you don't want a yard, this is the place to be.
You don't have to take care of your yard. But I will say this, so these I mean, you know, we looked at one and you'll see about 750,000. Was that
yeah,
somewhere around there?
750,000. That is the most affordable home in the neighborhood by far. Most of these are actually that are already being built here are customs, and I was told, depending on finishes, from $280 to $300 a square foot.
Which that's really high for this area.
That is high for our area.
And now
let's say a typical new construction, let's say over in Rankin County, because I'm going to throw this number out really fast, is like $195, $197 a foot with a yard.
Yeah. So you're getting that. Now look, I want to say this: you're getting something that's unique. You're right in the heart of the town. You're getting most of the time nice finishes, fixtures, touches in there.
I would say high end. You're getting the soft closed drawers, some extra appliances, stuff maybe like that we don't see in the other houses. And some people I know relocating here are used to the factory built cabinets, right? Not on site. So they're used to the soft close, soft touch stuff. Here we don't get that because most of our trim carpenters build on site.
Yeah, so you're getting that all the custom stuff here. It's really nice, and I mean you got a nice feel too. You got the brick streets coming through.
The sidewalks. You got the cool iron looking fencing here that obviously is required because these houses already have them.
But I do want to say this. I know from talking to y'all, because y'all leave comments and you let us know when you reach out, and you're coming here, you're moving to Mississippi from some bigger city or wherever else, and you're going to spend, if you can spend $700,000, $800,000.
You're gonna want a yard.
I know a lot of y'all want a yard, maybe more than a yard. You want some land, or you want a 3, 4, 5,000 square foot house in some instances.
That's right.
And you can't get that here, but you definitely can get it in and around Madison.
That's right.
You can also find some things closer to the, which is about 250 mark in parts of Madison.
With land?
Not with land.
I was like, no.
Not with land, but you can find those things in some of the neighborhoods here in Madison.
But you can find in that price point a home with a yard.
All right, you can't, oh, sorry, getting wobbly here with the camera, y'all. You can't get those with the yard. You can get those at the lower price point, older parts of Madison for sure, and closer down. I don't know if you can get down to 200 anymore for move-in ready.
I'll tell you, if you're 200 or less, it's probably a cash buyer, and it's very difficult to get because you're going to have multiple offers. And heck, I just had a guy at 235, had 7 offers, and we lost. And sometimes we just lose, but we want to win, and we can tell you how to win if you'll step it up.
It's a tough market. It can be. But y'all, I think there's a wide range of stuff here, the point I really wanted to make, and you can definitely find a home on the lower end. You can even find a nice big home with a yard, 400, 500,000.
Yep.
You can do that here too. So.
Oh, we left out one very important thing. There are no apartments in the city of Madison. They just won't allow it. Some people do believe that does keep property values up. And if you are looking for a rental, you can find it here because there are rental homes, but just no apartments.
We started there, we drove all around Madison. You can see all the new little things, the new little touches that they're putting in Madison. If you're thinking about moving here, you definitely want to check out that video. It's right there. And we'll see you on that one.
No, what am I supposed to say going down the slide?
Don't hurt yourself. I need you to show houses to people.
What am I supposed to say going down the slide?